Alright, so I have my random number generator up, and I'm generating the first number. That is a foot. I believe we already had that. I'm going to get a second number. That is 18, which is ukulele. Um, our verb is 24, which is print. I'm not sure if we had, I don't think we had that yet. And our final word, which is our adjective slash adverb, is 19, which is faux. I do believe we had faux already with foot, actually. That's kind of weird. So we have 4, which is sexy. Um, okay, we'll go with that. So, ukulele printing, or we have to figure out if it is the ukulele that is printing something, or if the ukulele is being printed, and then we have to also add in sexy in there somewhere. Um, so first off, we can just get the sexy part out of the way. That seems pretty straightforward with ukuleles. So ukulele is a curvy shape. Actually, I can get one for reference. So here's my ukulele. It's somewhat small, but you'll notice this is actually a little bit larger than the normal $20 ukuleles that you will see people having, because um, it's a pretty nice ukulele. It gets pretty nice sound out of it. It's a little bit lower in tone just because it's a larger shape. That's what tends to happen, but you'll see that the shape is somewhat like this, and then there's the neck and the head. And then there's a circle here, and I need to erase that line. So, this is a ukulele. If it is a sexy ukulele, then this is not what we want, right? This is a very platonic ukulele. So, we want one that's curvier, right? So, we want big curves. Get that hourglass shape, right? And maybe a little bit different of a shape here. And then we get just the normal shape up here just to keep things less phallic. But, I mean, it's a little more curvy at the top. I guess that's what we are going for. So, this is what we're trying to get, but at the same time, this is being printed. So, this can't just be three-dimensional. It would have to be two-dimensional, meaning that it takes up surface area and not volume, as we explained in the first section. Um, so, ukulele has 4 strings, so there'll be 4 knobs up here. This one is, interestingly enough, slightly offset, unlike mine, which is very symmetrical. Um, but we get the knobs here. So um, the strings are going to be a little bit more complicated. So we'll have a bass for the strings down here, and then we're going to draw them up to the individual knobs. And I've always found it difficult to keep the strings separate when I'm drawing a stringed instrument like a ukulele or a guitar, because they tend to blend in this small section on the fretboard. Um, I did actually give an explanation of how to play the ukulele. If you want to go check that out, I'll put a link to it up in the corner. I pointed in the correct direction this time. Um, and then, so we have this ukulele here. Obviously, this is a paper. And so probably we had a printer over here that contains volume, creating things that contain surface area. It's an interesting concept. I actually talked to a friend of mine who was working in a startup company, and they had a 3D printer, which, if you will make that connection, creates a voluminous object out of um, some type of plastic. But what really got me was that the company that sold them the 3D printer sent out an update to the printer, hardware wise, and they were actually able to 3D print those pieces for the upgrade. I thought that was hilarious. Um, that the unupgraded 3D printer was able to upgrade itself, which is kind of scary for the Singularity, but you never know. So obviously, this printer would probably be somewhat exhausted from printing all those curves. Um, I know I would be having to print all of this uh, pure, unadulterated ukulele, but um, I'm not sure that there's really much more to explain here. We have a ukulele that has been printed. This ukulele is very sexy in a sense. So perhaps there is someone over here of unspecified gender that has swooned and they are now falling towards the ground, which is planted. Um, so this obviously is closer in proximity than the printer because the printer has to be large enough to print this paper. Um, but that's probably a finished picture. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And I'm glad that I still have internet for the stream today. I'm actually over an hour, I believe, which is a first for a while. I did see that there have been some people popping in and out, so I want to thank you guys for watching the stream today, commenting in the chat. It's pretty refreshing. But I do plan on streaming on Wednesday, hopefully, now with all of the chaos of the weather and my tests being over with, I will be able to put some focus on my projects of my comic, which I did actually begin the first few frames of. So if you want to check out my previous comic, I'll leave a link to the release video I had for it. And then I want to work on the data mining project, which is my current AI project. So like I said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday.